Hello.
Why does it look like that?
I have no idea. Why are we in a little box?
Okay, give me a minute to play with that because that looks weird.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Survival Seeds. To the live stream. We are excited for everyone to be here. So thank you guys for coming. We've got a pretty fun, pretty exciting lineup for today. Okay, she got it figured out.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was doing
That looks very weird.
Yeah. But thank you guys for coming. Let's see who's here now that you're done playing around. Hi, Treasure Hunter Neil and Mr. Charles. Don Ray Beat It, good to see you. Little Robin Hood Homestead, it all adds up. Demoose, I still love that name. Hi, Lynette Lawrence. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday. It's not Monday. Hi, Miss Jennifer and Bubble Bibble. It's good to see you guys. Hi, Miss Grace. Happy Sunday. But yeah, we've got a pretty exciting night.
We have two guests coming up tonight to talk about their gardens.
And both
of them are fairly new YouTube channels. They started in the last year or so, and we're super excited to talk to them. But before that, I do have some things I would like to talk about. Next week, we're going to meet our regional coordinators for this year, so we hope you guys are going to be showing up for that. That's going to be awesome.
Something new.
But yesterday, the announcement that Survival Seeds 2025 is now in production went up on our YouTube channel, and that was a fun video.
Just want to clear some things up.
We do want to clear some things up because there's a little bit of confusion around it, and we do recommend you watch the video because I'm not going to go over everything because I don't remember everything. But all of the information that you're going to need is up on the website, survivalseedscollab.com, and I am prepared. I promise I'm prepared. I don't know where it is. Where'd it go?
So last week,
this one. Survivalseedscollab.com, and I'm gonna screen share and show what the point is. But all of the info is on the about page, not the about page, the how to join page, and I'm gonna pull that up real quick. You want to say something?
Sure. So in the video, we kind of go over a little bit about what you can do to get the survival seeds this year. Last year we had a lot of trouble with the whole getting the seeds out bit, and so we came up with something to make that a little bit easier. We're actually working with a seed company this year, but to actually get your seeds, we're not just going to send them out to people. So you got to make your entry video first, and then once you've submitted your entry video to the Google form, then we'll send your seeds out to you. So you can make your entry video about whatever you want. We gave a few ideas about what it could be about in ours, which just went up recently. But we wanted to clarify some things that you do not need to show your face in some videos. I know there's a lot of people who aren't really comfortable with showing their face in their videos, and that's perfectly fine. The only reason you would need to show your face is if you want to come up on the panel, if you want to be a panelist, like on the live stream. As a guest or for an interview, we have to be able to see your face in the live stream and in one of your videos so we know that it is actually you and not someone pretending to be you.
And something I did want to bring up really quickly is that one of the things that was important to us when trying to figure out the collaboration is that there's as minimal rules as possible. We don't want this to be a stressful thing, and we don't want it to be overly complicated. So if you want to just make a video and throw it up of you looking at your garden, and you don't even have to say anything if you don't want to. Those are just some ideas for content if you need it to go a little bit longer. That is totally okay. We just want to see how your seeds are doing, and we want to support you in any way we can. Yeah. So really anything you would like to do for a video, as long as it fits the criteria of needs to be like 3 minutes long, and it needs to show the seeds that you're growing and how you're growing them. As long as you're doing those things, that's pretty much it. Anything else is a creative liberty. Oh my gosh, thank you.
She had a lot of fun coding that. And she did it the hard way. She didn't just use like one of the sites like
I couldn't figure out WordPress
or WordPress. She HTML'd the whole thing.
All right, but I'm going to screen share. And so this is the website. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, so here's the website. And I have the announcements over here, and you're going to head over to the join page. This is a link, and you can also get to it up here in the menu bar. But basically there's 4 different options. And also I am running into an issue where I update the site and it uses your cached version of the site when you load it. So if that happens, just hit Control-Shift-R and it should reload without your cache so that you can see the most updated version of the site. I don't know how to fix that yet. But basically this is the join page, and option 1 is to become a collaborator. And basically what this would mean is that you would have to have your name, your channel name, your region, and your growing zone, because this will actually impact what seeds you get if you are in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. It depends on what onion you're going to receive, because onions were a little bit of a problem. So
in your entry video, you need to include those 4 things. That's what she's saying.
Now, you don't need to say it out loud if you want. You can just throw it up on the screen as text. But those are some things that are important for you to know as well as us, because we need to know what to send you. You're going to make your video. It needs to be horizontal, as in it needs to not be a short. And
so just turn your camera. Your
camera
phone
needs to be sideways,
so that it's like laying down when you record.
And there's step 3 here, which is not mandatory, but we want to know some things because of curiosity. And you don't have to do any of these, but if you are going to talk in your video and you need some talking points, these are some of my favorites. You can also just make up your own. Anything you would like to share regarding the collaboration, I'd be happy to hear about. After your video is submitted, you will receive 6 unopened seed packets in the mail. We are working with Rainbow Seeds this year, and I'll talk a little bit more about them later. But you will receive 6 unopened packets in the mail, which means you get more seeds, and I'm really excited about that. You're going to get Detroit red beets, pie pumpkins, red kidney beans, Roma tomatoes, some green bell peppers, and an onion variety. Your onion variety is either going to be an early yellow globe if you are in a colder climate, or a red creole if you are in a warmer climate, like southern, because they need a short day.
Right.
So that's what the growing zone is going to depend on.
And then there's the 7th seed option, which you get to pick. You pick one seed that you're going to grow yourself as part of the survival seeds varieties, and you're going to grow that as something important to you that you think you need to survive. And we picked corn this year, so we're going to grow corn with our survival seeds. But you get to pick whatever plant you want.
And also, the seed that you pick in your entry video does not have to be the one you go with. This is just something we want you guys to start thinking about, because if you're going to do a 7th seed, which is optional, you don't need to do it if you don't want to. But if you do want to, I think it would be a very fun thing. This is actually Southwest Living with Val's suggestion.
She's going to be on tonight.
She's going to be on tonight, and I'm excited to talk to her. But this is an optional thing, because if you wanted to round out your survival seeds even further, I want to know what you'd pick.
However, due to popular opinion, if you choose zucchini as your 7th seed, you will be disqualified.
No.
I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. You will not be disqualified.
You won't be disqualified, I promise.
If you want.
I promise. You're totally safe.
She just will never think of you the same again.
No. I'm just not going to eat your food.
Oh.
So yeah, this is just some talking points. If you would like to be part of the Survival Seeds Herbal Collaboration, this is run by Bushcraft Family, and he's going to be on as well a little bit later. You're going to need to make a second separate video. If you mention it in your Survival Seeds entry video, that doesn't count, as it's almost a totally separate thing, so it deserves its own video. If you're going to do that, you're going to get it sent with your survival seeds. You're going to get 3 herb seeds. They're unopened packages. You're going to get oregano, hyssop, and lemon balm. And I'm going to show you the Google form what I mean. But you need to have both of those up at the same time.
Yeah, you need to have both of them submitted at the same time.
Well, they don't.
We're going to have the seeds sent together.
Yes.
So if you want the herb seeds, then we need the herb video and the
you don't need to put it up on the same day, but this link is a link to a Google form. This one right here, it's magenta. And this Google form, you're going to need your email, your name, because we need to know what to send your seeds to, your channel name, just so that we know who you are, and a link if you want to make things easy on me so that it's easy to find you and shout you out, shout your videos out. And we're going to need your mailing address. This can be a P.O. box or anything. We just need to send your seeds somewhere. And then we want a link to your entry video just so that we can have it for personal records. And if you do an herb video, it needs to go here so that we know to send the seeds to you at the same time. Excuse me, because this is going to reduce postage and make it easier on us. So if you, and you, like, again, you don't need to post them in the same day, but if you're going to be in both collaborations, don't submit the form until you have your herbal collaboration up, because it's going to cause a duplicate and then it's going to get confusing. So we would appreciate that. And then again, there are so many other ways you can participate, and we were so amazed by this last year. We had some amazing commenters, and this does actually make you eligible to receive some of the comment picker prizes. This part is run by our giveaway coordinator, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa.
So many official terms.
I know. But we had some amazing commenters, and we really appreciated the community that was built last year. But this is a very important aspect of the collaboration, because you're supporting each other, and it's just this wonderful thing. So if you wanted to comment on videos, that's another way you can join the community, or you can participate in the live stream chat like you guys are doing right now. And basically, we are live every week at 6. And during giveaways, this enables you to be part of the chat hashtag giveaway feature. So you can win prizes that way too. And also, I'm super excited about this one. You can grow your own seeds if you're not a channel. We have a promo code through We have a promo code through Rainbow Seeds, and you're going to use Survival 20, and it will get 20% off your purchase, and that is our discount.
Through Rainbow Seeds.
Did I finish? Oh, I never made it public. Okay, I was working on telling you what seeds you would need to order. I didn't get it finished, but it's up here too. Depending on the onion variety you have, these are the seeds that we're going to be participating with this year. And again, you would use Survival 20 at Rainbow Seeds to get 20% off. This expires on December 10th. So that is as far as the 20% off goes. However, after December 10th, we are going to have a 10% off code. So it's not, so you're going to end up with a discount anyway if you go after then, but it's a bigger discount from now to December 10th. So that's what I wanted to bring up with that. Okay, I got to go check chat. One sec.
Okay. Hey, Nanny Tam. Hello, Miss Anne. Happy Sunday. It's good to see you.
Oh, and also, if you guys have any questions, now is a great time to ask them.
Yes.
And I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability.
Hello, GT Junior Grows at Alaska. Happy Sunday. It's good to see you. Hello, Dee's Garden Adventures. Let's see. Troy Sutton. Happy Sunday.
And Bunky.
Hi, Bonky. Hello, Joshua Hoover.
And Canadian Family Life. Control plus F5. Yeah, that one works. I don't have an F5 on my computer, so I had to do the other one. But yeah, the cache has been an issue because I post
like
it C-A-C-H-E.
Yeah, C-H-E.
But that's been an issue because I make my changes public, and then my browser remembers the old one, and then it doesn't show me the changes.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can read some stuff. Oops, I just referred to you all in my video tonight, but it was vertical. That is totally okay. We've had some amazing shorts come out last year, and we really appreciate watching those. It's so cool. And it's totally okay to mention us and do whatever you want in a short. We actually encourage that.
Yeah, and adding shorts to the playlist is
the
also
only
awesome.
thing is that the entry video would need to be horizontal because it's going to end up being very long. I mean, you could do vertical if you want, but if it's over a minute, it's not going to get counted as a short anyway. So I'd recommend going horizontal for it. But that's not something you have to do either. But I don't want to accept shorts as an entry video because it makes it kind of complicated. And thank you guys so much for shouting each other out and promoting your channels. Thank you to our awesome moderators. I'm pretty sure we have it where collaborators from last year are moderators. Hello, Bunky. So thank you so much, guys, for doing that. I'm trying to catch up in chat a little bit. Zucchini is so good, though. Oh. Okay. Okay.
I like zucchini.
She does.
I do like zucchini, so. And Bunky likes zucchini, so it's really just you.
Yeah, I'm kind of picky that way. All right.
But you're not usually a picky eater. It's just really zucchini, olives, and mushrooms. Those are your big evil three.
The other thing we wanted to bring up is that, any questions can be asked down below. Hi, Camo and Bows. And Trey wanted to show off something that she has. So,
What? Oh, these?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is a little bit off topic, but
it is.
yesterday we had the absolute honor and pleasure of actually meeting Miss Michelle and Mr. Rob from Real Life with Michelle and Rob in person, and that was super fun. And we hung out, and we went to Cabela's, and we just kind of hung out and had fun together, and it was really, really amazing to meet them. And they were super awesome. They gave us Mr. Rob's old studio lights for our music, which is so amazing, and they are such cool lights. And then while we were checking out at Cabela's, Bunky and I were looking at some of the stuff they keep right next to the cashiers, like all of the candy and the little lighters and all that stuff, because, you know, we get distracted easily. And Miss Michelle pointed out some stuff that she said she used to like eating, and so I bought them. And they're these little red cherry candies, and I don't remember what they're called. But I have 3 left, and this was yesterday that we bought them. So they're very good. But I didn't eat them all by myself. You had a good amount of them, and Bunky had some of them. Bunky liked the red ones, but I like the green ones. But yeah, it was super cool to meet her, and that was super fun. And that was all I wanted to show.
Yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and invite the co-hosts up. And yeah, I'm trying to go over my notes. I think that was all I wanted to bring up, unless anyone has any questions. 1, 2. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
So I have a question about 2025.
Yeah.
Shoot.
And I'm just being devil's advocate. So you mentioned about the vertical versus the horizontal, vertical versus horizontal, correct?
Yeah.
I don't think, and maybe it's just not clear. I don't think we're saying that you can't create a short. It's just the shorts will not qualify for prizes on the wheels.
Yeah.
Because shorts are now, according to YouTube, 3 minutes or less.
Yeah, right.
So just so they're clear, you can still make all the shorts you want. You can make a 13-second short if you want, and tag survival seeds. It's just that, you know, with having to do the administration part of doing the giveaways and stuff, the shorts make it very difficult.
Right.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're doing your shout outs, or you're doing your updates, weekly updates, you know, horizontal is the way that we want to go in 3 minutes or longer.
Yeah. Thank you for helping clarify that. Hey, Mr. Eric.
Yeah, like we're not trying to gatekeep. Don't ever do shorts, because we love to see shorts. We love the shorts that you guys make. But for reasons, being YouTube is complicated. Shorts make it very hard to organize things. And for entry videos and wheels, I would prefer that to be a horizontal video.
And playlists and so forth.
Right, playlists. Because the playlists are hard with shorts.
So, but I'm looking forward to it, 2025. And I already got my number 7, my 7th seed ready to go right here, folks. Freeze dried pineapple zucchini.
Why?
He wants to grow a pineapple zucchini.
But like, you put it in the dirt, that's not going to do anything.
Zucchini apple.
No, I had canned some pineapple zucchini.
That looks cool, though.
That does look cool.
Pineapple juice, and I freeze dried it.
And it has the pineapple flavor and the tahini.
Oh.
Yum. So it's pineapple with tahini, but it's not pineapple, it's zucchini.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it tastes awesome.
Nice.
Hello.
Yeah, Comment Picker doesn't usually work with shorts.
Hi, Miss Dana. I'm sorry about your internet. I heard about that this morning during Dig Deeper. I'm sorry about that.
My father's in charge of the wheeling.
That's right.
Hi, Miss Lynette.
Hello.
Bushcraft, how are you? Oh, sorry. What?
I still have tomatoes growing.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, we're still growing some stuff too. We've got frost growing all over the place.
The seeds just keep on giving and giving and giving and giving and giving.
I still have carrots out in the garden.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
still
Craig-
showing 70 and 80-degree weather over here.
Wow.
yeah.
Lucky.
Not here.
Yeah,
No.
I could go for some of that.
I think Trey planted the garlic last week.
I did indeed. I have dirt under my fingers still. Mom gave me the hori to go out and plant the garlic, and I couldn't figure out how to use it.
Oh, no.
It's a wonderful
great.
tool.
Mom's just like, here, we've been giving these away on survival seeds. Maybe you should use this in the video. And the video's not up yet, but I use the hori to measure, and then I would try to dig with it, and I couldn't get it right. So I would use it to measure and then just use my hand.
Are you sure she
That's
said
what I
grab
do.
the hori, or are you sure she didn't say hurry and get out there and get the work done?
She handed
Not
it to
hori.
me. Last of my broccoli and cabbage. Oh, well, that sounds good. We
Yeah,
still got
congrats.
our cabbage and kale going in the greenhouse. I haven't checked on it in months again, so it might be alive.
One of the biggest comments that I got, or questions rather, was it's too early to start our garden. How do we do an entry video? And best way I would say is your plans for the upcoming year, what your 7 seed is if you're going to do it, and what zone you're in, just certain things like that. You don't have to start your garden now. It's just to get the seeds.
So
Yeah.
if I may,
And those-
chime in on that, I think what happened last year, and I think the intent of the Survival Seeds entry video was to tell what you were going to do, how you were going to do it, and what seeds you thought were going to do best in your area, as opposed to some people saying, I got my seeds, here's my 7 seeds, thank you. And that was their entry video.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And we don't want it about, we don't want the entry video to be about, hey, I got my seeds and here they are. It's a nice little packaging. You guys did a great job. I really appreciate that. And then that being it. That's not really the intent. The intent was to kind of illustrate or show what you're going to work with, what kind of seeds. And obviously this year is going to be a little bit different, but what seeds you were going to grow and how you were going to do it, whether you're going to do it in raised beds, whether you're going to do it in the ground, whether you're going to do hydroponically, whether you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. And to share best practices, knowledge, things like that for your entry video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a very conscious decision too, because we sent out seeds in February last year. And even though we did have some postal issues that delayed it even further, a lot of people ended up planting late because the seeds got there late.
Right.
So we have the seeds ordered now, and we're trying to get the entry videos done now in November, December, early January, so that you can have your seeds for whenever you think is right to plant for you.
Right.
Because that's going to vary throughout the entire
person.
country. I had a comment today that I was looking at, and he was not going to plant his garlic and kale until January because the climate in California is much different.
Right.
So it's going to vary for each person, which is why we're trying to get the entry videos done now so that we know who to send seeds to and when, because we don't want anyone having a very late start.
Well, and I'll speak to this point. So also, last year we sent out, was 120 different packets. So 120 packets of 6 went out last year, and only half of those folks, only half of them were presented with entry videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that they didn't do it or that they couldn't do it, but what I'm saying is we want to send out seeds to those who will participate. Otherwise, the vineyard chicks are wasting a lot of money, and I'm being honest. It's a lot. It's very expensive to send out seeds and not have any kind of return. And when I say return, the videos and participation and that sort of, because that's what we want. We want to encourage participation.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello.
And that was actually one of the coolest parts because watching everyone's final videos from last year, you get to reflect on what you learned. And so with the entry videos, what could be fun if you so choose is to make predictions on how your year will go and what you're planning to do, and then just reflect because some things could change. You could say that your 7th seed is going to be corn, and then you end up working with carrots because they're cooler or whatever. And then you can reflect on that later in the year and just see what was my start of year prediction for how this was going to go. And I think that was cool too.
And those who were in 2024, what they learned from that and made it better the following year, this year, or 2025.
Also, while the note on 2024 is up, I want to just ask a question. We saved the seeds from last year. Just like as a group, that was the whole idea. We saved the seeds from last year. So a lot of people did save those seeds. This year, we have whole new seeds going out, and this brings a problem. Most people didn't like the pepperoncini because they were spicy, so those got voted out. Most people wanted a different tomato, so those got voted out. So we now have Mariana seeds saved and pepperoncini seeds saved, and next year we're going to be growing we're going to be growing bell peppers and Roma tomatoes. Should we be planting our Mariana and pepperoncinis in a different place or just not using them? Like, should those not be included as survival seeds anymore?
So
should they still be called survival seeds since they're survival seeds from last year? Like,
so
this is something I was thinking.
Yeah, so that's actually a really good point. I think what I would do is because you saved the seeds already, it would be worth checking out. Like, are these seeds I saved, do they work? Can I do this realistically? And the Mariana tomatoes from this year were a hybrid breed. And so I'm genuinely curious if they're going to plant again, if we're going to get Mariana tomatoes. That said, if space allows, I think I would personally try to separate them because we're replacing them with a different breed.
We don't want them to breed.
And they're going to end up crossbreeding because you're going to have like a pepperoncini and a bell pepper or a Roma and a Mariana tomato because they don't match anymore.
Yeah, and then a silly bee's going to fly by and accidentally repollinate both.
Yeah.
Together.
I would think the saved seeds could be planted. Yeah, if you choose to do that, that would be wonderful because I'm genuinely curious about how it would work second year.
Right.
Yeah, I would like to see these videos too. But I would recommend not keeping them in the same place if possible.
Yeah, I would do them separate, different raised bed or different grow bags or something just to see. And that's a great idea. I know, like Miss Ann, she separates all hers, but that would be great to see. Well, guess what? Here's the 3 sets of seeds that I was able to save from last year and see what the production rate looks like for this year. I mean, that'd be great. Look, I had 20 seeds and all 20 grew, or I had 20 and only 50% of them grew. It'd be curious to see what kind of, survival, if you will, survival rate.
Yeah. That would be so cool. I also did want to bring up something else. Don't apologize for your videos. Your videos were cool, and it is about learning too. And we're not trying to shun people from doing shorts or doing something that they enjoy doing.
No, I enjoyed a lot of them.
We love seeing your garden, and we love your channels. You guys are the best. We're not trying to make you feel bad. We're just trying to say that for giveaways and for playlists, shorts are very, very hard. We will still watch them and we will still try to talk about them, but they're harder to find and keep in playlists.
And they will still count as the total number of videos provided for Survival Seeds 25. They're still going to count. The only thing they're not going to count for is the giveaways. And let me be honest, folks. We have a lot of people that put in a lot of videos, and it's a lot of work to do videos. Okay, I'm trusting we're creators, so we know what it's like to create, to edit, publish, and post all the videos. It's a lot of work. Okay, so we understand that, and that's where we want to focus a lot of the giveaways, or you've worked hard, so we want to reward that. Okay, when it comes to shorts, I can do a short right now for 6 seconds and then post it, and it's nothing. It's hardly nothing. Not saying that you're not doing any work to do a short, but the work is a whole lot different for a short than the work for a long version of video. And that's why, and not to mention the other things she's talking about, the playlist and so forth. So,
right.
And also, I know some people did entry videos and not final videos just because life stuff came up or their channels got dropped. And there was a ton of things that happened, like Miss Dana, her channel crashed.
Yeah.
And we're still so grateful you were a part of the community this year. We're not trying to say that someone wasn't participating enough or anything. We appreciate all of the videos that go up, and we're so proud of how everyone was able to learn and grow together. It was amazing. And we're not trying to knock on anyone because this was a really great turnout, and we're very happy about it. We're just trying to say that for future reference, it would make it easier on us to count the longer videos.
Right.
Nothing that anyone did last year as far as putting up videos was bad. You guys are amazing.
It was great.
No,
you guys were amazing.
We counted every one of them. The other thing is we did have people who provided a final video last year. It went through all the seeds. This one didn't work. This one didn't work. This one did tremendously. This one so. So they went through. They even provided a video for seeds that didn't even work. Right. It was a part of their final video. So just because you get the seeds doesn't mean they're all going to grow. For whatever reason, maybe you overwatered, underwatered, or whatever. If you provide a video, you're letting us know, okay, well, maybe I don't want to do that, or maybe I need to do better than that guy did, or what, you know what I'm saying? You're providing valuable information, even if it wasn't a success for you. So the closing videos are very important as well.
Yes. Yeah, and it was one of the coolest things because like we got to see like, well, this was our trial run and this is what we hoped this collaboration would accomplish, and we got to see what everyone got from it, and we got to see how it worked for everyone. So like nothing that happened last year was bad. Like we're very, very pleased with it. We're just thinking going forward it would make things easier to do other things.
Right.
Not to mention that everybody that provided videos last year helped me to show Kayla and Trey how to eat crow. Oh, we're only going to get 12 people, maybe 12 people.
Oh my gosh!
Participate. If we get a handful, it'd be awesome.
Let it go.
So, how do you like your crow?
No, this was shocking. This was shocking. This was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. But hey, before we keep moving forward, I really quickly want to say this. We're probably, just because like we know that you make shorts, you really there's stuff goes into that too. And so even though it won't be included in the giveaways, I think we're going to make a separate playlist for the shorts, like Survival Seeds shorts, just so that those also get, attention.
Okay. Yeah, I like that idea.
There's a community out there for shorts. I mean, they're just doing this all day. So.
Yeah, some people just really don't like jeans.
What? Okay.
Gosh, she doesn't think I'm funny.
I don't get it.
Shorts, like pants.
So I have a question on the new seeds, the onions that you're going to do. Can you describe the difference in those two types of onions?
Is it one a bush onion?
Yeah. So I can try to pull up the site really quick so I can like illustrate what I'm talking about. Give me 2 seconds.
One's round and one's kind of oval.
No.
Long day and a short day.
Yeah, so basically the difference is the way that it grows. I don't know why I'm holding the mic. The difference is the way that it grows, because southern climates are going to need a short day and northern climates are going to need a long day onion. And I can't pull it up. I'm trying. Yeah, but there's going to be yeah, and it depends on like how long your day is. In the summer, I think the long day onions are good for northern climates because it makes it easier to have more sun in a certain area. But this is the northern one for this year. It's the early yellow globe. They're bigger than the Walla Wallas and they grow, I think, a little bit easier because a lot of people did struggle with the Walla Wallas, and so I wanted to fix that. And then the other one is this guy. This is a red Creole onion. I love the color. This is a short day onion, and this is going to everyone in the southern U.S. It's great. And they're smaller onions, but they're short day, and they serve really well, and I'm excited about them. It's only 90 days to harvest, so it should be fun.
Wow.
Okay. And those should work better for the southern climate.
Because the Walla Wallas last year needed a lot more sun or maintenance.
Right.
It's how much sun your area gets.
I think what helps our onions grow is we don't tell the onions that we have that we turn the clock back. If you don't tell them, then they'll grow just fine.
Yay! I'm glad they work. Those are fun.
That's good to hear.
Hello, Miss Deborah. All right, I think that was it. Was there anything else you guys wanted to bring up?
Did you want to discuss about the regions as far as the participation for the point of contacts?
So we're going to do a lot more with regions next week because we're going to be bringing in the regional coordinators.
Right. Okay.
Excuse you.
Bless you.
But yeah, we're going to talk more about that next week with our actual coordinators.
Yep. Okay.
Coordinators. You've got all these.
It's going to be so fun. I'm very excited about it.
You got like a.
Well, I wouldn't try. That's why the way I asked it because I didn't want to spill the beans if you had other plans. So
yeah, that's going to be next week. I'm excited.
Okay.
I should just get a can of beans and keep it with me all the time and just like
make sure they're dried.
It used to be a little game called that. Don't spill the beans.
Spill the beans. That's right. I remember that game.
Yeah. All the beans that always get lost.
Oh no. That sounds like me with Hi-Ho Cheerio. I lost all.
Oh my gosh, that was awful.
We can't even play the game.
It was
anymore.
a board game we
like
loved when we were little. And she lost like everything.
All the little red cherries.
So I don't actually see Miss Val yet. But I'm going to go ahead and bring up Miss Beth in a second. Miss Val is Southwest Living with Val, and she was the one who suggested having a 7th seed, and she's got a very cool channel, so I hope you guys check her out.
Yep, she's been doing videos for about a year
and she's very cool, so check her out. And in the meantime, please welcome Miss Beth Cornett from BNS Odyssey.
Hey, Beth.
Hey, y'all.
How are you doing?
Hey, everybody. I'm doing okay.
Good to hear. I love your shirt, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Great taste in shirts there.
Right, exactly. Gotta get into the whole thing.
Hey, Neil.
And Neil is partly here.
Partly.
Yeah, we're new at this too. This is the first time we really I've been up on a couple of panels myself a while back, but this is the first time we've really been up on a live panel. First time we've been up on one together.
Well, welcome. That's so awesome. Welcome.
This was on one before.
Were we? I don't remember.
2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that explains it.
So how long have you guys been making videos?
Well, define making videos. I don't know. We were kind of talked into doing a channel. Oh, I don't know. It's probably 4 years ago when we went to our first YouTube meetup in Pryor, Oklahoma. But we had life changes and things, and we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't have any help doing it, so we kind of had a delay getting the channel started. And then we got the channel name up and stuff, and then it took a while to get it published. And we had other life changes. So actually the intent of what we were doing the channel for was going to put content on the channel for changed. So that kind of went away. So actually we did a short video when we did the meetup with Belt Loop 29 in Mississippi. And that was our first video. So, and it was just a short little intro or anything, which we talked about doing for the channel, introducing ourselves. So our first actual video was my entry video for the Survival Seed Collab 2024.
And that was super cool to see.
That was really
great job.
Yeah, that was really the first official video.
That's so cool.
So what spring last year, so whatever that was, that's when this year is, yeah. And actually the only videos, other than a few little shorts or whatever, all the videos we have on the channel now are just the survival seed videos.
Right. That's so
So
cool.
now you can say that Trey and KK are responsible for growing creators. See?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we just got to start growing zucchini.
That's what, when I saw the collab, I knew it was going to be a little difficult to me, but I jumped in head first and decided to make the video because I knew that would commit me to doing something and actually getting the channel active. So that's really why I made the video, was more, I entered the collab more about making videos than I did growing seeds, but because it's been a while since I grew seeds and I wasn't really sure how that was going to go. And yeah, the year proved out exactly how that went. So,
to show you that we do watch, you
right.
submitted twice. Oh, sorry.
I did. Oh, yeah, I did.
You did your video twice on two different channels.
But
wait a minute.
Get access to the BNS Odyssey channel at the times, and I had my access to my channel up, and like I said, it was a spur of the moment, quick decision that, hey, I want to do this. So I just kind of, and it was the day he fell off the truck and went in the hospital. I was actually on my way, like 2.5 hours drive.
Oh my gosh.
Report to the hospital and didn't know what condition he was going to be in when I got there. So it was actually a distraction for me too. It kept my mind off of thinking about, what I was going to find when I got to the hospital with him if I did the collab video. So I did the collab video on the way to the hospital.
That's so nerve-wracking. Oh my gosh.
So it was a multi-purpose thing.
Yeah, well, props to you for being able to do that in such a stressful experience. It's hard to function in like really stressful moments. So
well, that actually made it a little less focused. I mean, a little less stressful because it put my focus on something else besides, what was going on.
Yeah,
and I was a little nervous about it. I was nervous about doing the videos and doing the collab and planting seeds again because it's been a long time since I've grown anything since like I Love Houston, and I didn't have a garden there, but I had things growing in pots and different things. And of course, we had a garden growing up. We planted in the ground and stuff, and I was kind of used to that. And actually, my first husband, my first ex, his dream was kind of to start a plant nursery, which never came to fruition at all.
But time out. You said, wait a minute, I'm confused. You said my first ex? Is this you're going to have a second? Are you going to have a second?
I have a second ex. Yeah. This is
actually. That's why I was confused. Wait a minute.
This is not going to be my third ex. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just going to put that out there. Twice was enough. 3 times a charm. This is going to work. Okay.
There you go.
The air's clear now, folks.
Yeah. So I've been used to growing things and planting things and kind of having a garden. We had a garden growing up, and we did all the barter stuff. We didn't we raised beef cows. When I got a little older, my dad had beef cows and catfish ponds. He raised catfish for food that he sold to restaurants and stuff, and he did that for a while. And we had beef cows, and we would trade beef for chicken and eggs and honey and the local stuff. The ones that had honey didn't have eggs or chickens or whatever. And so that was just something that we grew up doing that I was used to. And and then we had vegetables and stuff, and we just trade out with the neighbors with whatever they had and what we didn't have. And
that's really cool.
Yeah, we didn't call it homesteading back then. We just called it living.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Yeah.
it was just what we did. It was just what we did. This homesteading thing, all the YouTube thing is, made the homestead community and that word popular and stuff. And
Yeah.
I can see how that is, because when I first moved away from home, well, I moved to Baton Rouge for a while, which is kind of a big city, but I was only there for 6 months. I was uh basically raised up out in the country. And when I first moved away from home, the first place I moved to was Houston.
I'm sorry.
Wasn't a smart move, but it's part of my life now. So yeah, it was a big change. So, and you get used to the city life, and you get out of the country concept of having gardens and growing things and stuff, which I really never got out of. But you kind of get away from it for a while. You get caught up in the rat race of the city. Got married, had kids, was focusing on. I was a stay-at-home mom, so I was volunteering at the schools and doing things with the kids and activities, and just kind of got away from that country life for a while. But we were always interested in uh, maybe not necessarily growing our own food per se, but growing some things that we could use. But it was more of just the interest of growing things. And like I said, my ex
Okay.
was into that. He wanted to have a nursery, which never did happen, because we just things just didn't go that direction. But we did grow things. So we didn't own land or a house or property of our own, basically, for uh till like the last 6 years of our marriage. So we didn't have in-ground gardens and stuff. So everything that we did was in buckets or pots, or
Oh wow.
maybe some raised beds or things so we could dig up or move or whatever. But we kept things growing. We always had something growing at some point or another.
That's great.
So
Why is this
and
bouncing?
then with my second husband, uh, was in Arkansas, and uh, we did have some property there in a house. That marriage only lasted 6 years, but during that time we were there. Um, I did do in-ground garden and stuff, and we had a big old live oak tree out front that my ex had gotten some gourd seeds and stuff, and I had planted them around that oak tree, and those gourds grew up in the oak tree, and I actually harvested and sold gourd trees for a couple. Gourds that I harvested that trellis that big oak tree for a couple of years. So I did
That's
get it.
so
I did
cool.
gourds, and I did. I had the biggest rosemary plant I'd ever seen in my life. And there must have been something in that soil there, because right in that same place that we had some radishes that had come up, because we didn't plant them, and I don't know where they came from. But we actually harvested a 7 pound, what was that, a 7 pound 3 ounce radish out of that ground right there.
Wow.
And it
That's
actually made
big.
the newspaper in El Dorado, Arkansas that year. And my husband was
Oh my
he was a
gosh.
big man. He was 6'4" and
Oh wow.
quite hefty. And he was holding it up in the picture for the newspaper, and it was as big as his head.
Oh my
And we thought, well,
gosh.
it's probably not going to be any good, because it's so big. It's probably going to be pithy. It's not going to be. But we donated it to a um, what was it? It was a little bakery type place in downtown, and they did breakfast and lunches. They didn't do dinners and stuff, but they did soups and sandwiches and salads and muffins and grab and go food for breakfast and things like that. And we actually donated to them, and they actually used it in their garden stuff, and their salad, and they said it was really very good. It wasn't
That's
it,
sweet.
it wasn't bad at all. It's like a regular radish, so it was that turned out really good. So
Wow.
I don't know if that's a world record for a radish, but that was the biggest one I've ever seen in my life.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
So-
Charles, your cat is so cute.
Right?
He's being
So
so
Beth, what's your thoughts on zucchini?
I don't like it.
Oh,
It's,
really?
it's good in zucchini bread, especially if you have like nuts and stuff with it. Other than that, I can't. I don't like. You're asking the wrong person. I don't like squash. I don't like zucchini. I don't eat tomatoes. I don't eat anything pickled. I don't eat mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard. I don't eat ranch dressing. I don't eat any kind of dressing. I don't eat anything. I would give it would be shorter and quicker for me to sit here and tell you what I do eat than what I don't eat, because there's so much stuff I just don't eat. I don't eat onions. I don't eat peppers. I don't eat, yeah, there's so many things I don't eat. So that's what I'm saying. If someone's gonna survive, they're not gonna survive by me.
Wow.
So
Wow. Oh my gosh.
zucchini right there with you, KK. Zucchini. If it wasn't for zucchini bread, no.
I don't like it.
Good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a point.
And there's a lot.
I did want to pause for a sec. Hello, Dark Lord Menet. Thank you so much for coming in. I did see your comment, and I tried to respond to it yesterday on the entry video announcement. You don't need audio or video of your face to participate as a video collaborator. That is only if you want to come up on panel. Really, what we want to see in an entry video is just what your plans for the year are, and basically it tells us that we need to send you seeds. You can do exactly what you did last year, and if you want to add text instead of talking, that's totally okay. Whatever works for you is going to work for us. We really don't have many rules as far as entry videos go. And also the other thing I wanted to bring up really quick was Joyfully Orange Deborah. Vineyard Chick, so I'm in West Virginia. Do I need to unplug this?
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to mute for a second. Okay, am I back? Hello? Yeah, it's working. So the other thing I wanted to bring up was Vineyard Chick. So I'm in West Virginia, so I'm kind of midway between a long and a short day. Actually, with the morning and evening tree shade, I don't have that long of a day. And I Googled it really quick, and most of West Virginia counts as a short day. You get long days if in the summer your days are 14 hours-ish. And if you have a lot of shade and with most of West Virginia being a short day, I would probably go for the red Creole onions as well. But again, do your own research. Whatever you think works is what you can go with. But I would recommend short day just because most of West Virginia is short day. And if you have shade, I would also go short day. So I hope that helps. Hi, Lila Newton. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, butternut squash is good.
That is. Yeah. I actually don't know how to do this yet either, Miss Deborah. I don't know how to flip the phone while recording.
Yeah, I always have to do it like where you record one clip, then you stop recording, flip it, and start recording again.
Correct.
The only way I can do it.
You can't flip it in midstream.
Yeah.
Really, I've been able to do that.
I know some phones can.
Mine without pausing.
Well, I have an
Maybe it's
iPhone.
not
I mean,
enough.
for iPhones. I don't know about
iPhones you
Android.
can't.
Maybe it's
Android's
like an Android or Samsung.
Yeah, that's on the phone. I have an Android. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
then maybe it will.
So yeah, it's all the phone you've got.
Androids let you do that.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
There's a pause, like if you want to flip it and show instead of yourself and show what you're doing, there'll be a pause and then it'll kick in.
Sweet.
It'll
Nice.
flip. Yeah. Actually, I did flip. I flipped mine in one of, and I think a couple of the survival seed update videos that I did, I flipped it.
Now, iPhones, I have no idea. Since I don't.
iPhones seem to
Yeah,
be
I don't
very
think
picky
they
with
can
not
do that.
wanting to do that because it's a different screen resolution.
Oh, and then our friend gave us a telescope to watch the comet. Oh my god! And the what was it? I can't think of the name.
Eclipse.
Yeah, no,
No.
there was a comet near us, and he gave us one of his telescopes for us to use, and we were able to see. Oh, it was the moon when the moon was really big. I can't think of the name of it.
Supermoon?
Yeah, the supermoon.
Supermoon.
And so we had our telescope, and we're trying his telescope, and we were able to see it super well. And I was like able to see all the different craters and the little thing that makes it look like an orange, and it was super cool. But you know how the iPhones now have like 3 different lenses? Every time we tried to put the phone in the telescope so we could take a picture of it in the telescope through the telescope, it would switch lenses. And so it would be like on this one, and then it switches lenses so it's not looking in the telescope. It was so annoying. So we didn't actually get any of pictures through the telescope.
That's why there's certain pictures of the moon where they're trying to say it's turning blood red. It's because the rust. It's because they're filters.
Oh no. That's not good. Looks like there's gonna be some meteor
wanting to get one of those telescopes.
I'd recommend it. They're the coolest. I love the telescopes.
I love looking at the stars and the moon and all the planets.
Yeah, but he wants to be able to take. Yeah, he wants to be able to take the pictures from the phone through the telescope. So
yeah,
it works better if you only have one lens.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The newfangled stuff.
Remember that. So when you get ready to look through your telescope, just get one lens.
My son got a telescope 2 days ago. Very cool.
They're awesome. They are so cool.
Another question for Ms. Beth and Mr. Neil. As far as your Survival Seeds garden did for anyone who is new to your channel and hasn't seen your videos, how did that go?
It was terrible. But I'll put a disclaimer on that though. It wasn't because of the seeds or anything like that. Now it was when I first got the seeds into the starts. We bought one of those little. It was just to keep the cheap starter kit like you get at Dollar General that had the the plastic tray with the planter thing. Actually, I still have it right here. This.
Yeah.
And it came with soil already in it. And I did not realize, and you said what the name of it was. It's that I don't remember, but it wasn't like normal soil. It was
coconut.
It repelled the water. When I first added water in it, it wouldn't absorb the water from the bottom of the tray.
Vermiculite?
Yeah. And when I put water on top of it, the water ran off of it. So I wasn't familiar with that type of soil. And
we've had soil that we've used that ended up very hydrophobic when it hasn't been used for a long time. And what Bunky does is she waters it, she gives it time, and she keeps doing it until there's a lot of water. It takes a lot of like rest and repeat. And that's how she ended up fixing hers.
Right.
Because we had
I ended up dumping it. Yeah, I ended up dumping it all out of the tray into a bucket or tub and putting the water in it and letting it sit overnight and soak it up, and then stirred it up real good, and then stuck the soil back into the starter trays and then put my seeds in it. And actually all of the seeds that I first planted all sprouted except for, which one was it? The beets or I think it was the squash. Everything came up. The beets came up. The onions came up. Oh, the beans came up really well. And everything but the squash actually sprouted when I started them in the start container. And I started them inside, not outside, because I think it was still kind of early. And I think where I messed up though is I didn't transplant them into a bigger container. I probably should have taken them when they started sprouting in the smaller, the little pods. I should have put them in like solo cups or something bigger, or bigger pots, and giving them more room to grow, because they literally, except for the beans, everything basically disappeared overnight. I don't know what happened, because I came in and checked them. The soil felt like it was still wet or whatever, but it wasn't. It's like it wasn't receiving water. And the water would still, even though I had soaked it, the water would run off of the soil when I would add water to it. But everything just disappeared overnight except the bean sprouts. And then I thought, well, I could save those, but then the very next day they disappeared. They I could see the sprouts were still there. Everything else was like it wasn't even there anymore. I couldn't even see. I mean, I saw little bitty shoots come up at the top of the soil, and then overnight they were literally just gone.
Wow.
And I don't know if they wilted down into the soil, if they weren't drinking water from the soil. It was something that I wasn't familiar with. So, and then the beans took 2 days to do the same thing, and I could see the bean sprouts there, but they were just wilted over, like they weren't getting any water, even though the soil in them was moist and I had added water to it. So that was one thing, is not being familiar with that soil. Or I think maybe if I had just used regular potting soil instead of that micro soil or whatever it is, they probably would have done better. Or if I had just transplanted them with regular soil into bigger containers once they sprouted up, instead of waiting for them to get a little bigger. I think once they sprouted up, I should have just transplanted them then into larger containers, which I didn't do.
If you would have filled up, planted them in those red solo cups and filled them up with a lot of dirt, they would have had a party.
I'm sure they would have. I'm sure they would have, because they didn't have room to party in that little in those little start things. Which I guess the start things are a good idea, I guess. But I was kind of being lazy. But I was thinking, well, I'll give them another day or two to take root, because to give it a stronger root before I moved it. And that's what I was thinking. But when I came in the next day and they were like gone, I was like, whoa, what happened? So I really don't know what happened with that. But then I got the other seeds and started over, but I put them in pots outside. And then the only thing that did come up were the beans and the squash, which I didn't get the squash the first time, but the squash came up the second time when I put it in pots outside. And I thought the squash was going to take off. It made big green leaves and was doing beautiful, but the heat wave hit.
The only thing bad about solo cups is you can only plant one seed in each cup. Hence the word solo.
Well, that's right. So that's why they're solo cups.
Solo.
So right, Jesse?
That's right.
The thing with those trays that have the soil already in there, that soil can be 5-10 years old.
Yeah, you don't
know.
That.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like I said,
it's only meant to germinate. As soon as they get established, you have to transplant them, because that soil is pretty much dead. It's only there to germinate, and then you got to transplant it.
Yeah. And I haven't done, I guess since Neil and I have been together, I haven't done anything. Up to that point for probably maybe 10 to 12 years, I haven't planted anything. We lived in the truck, and I had an ivy plant that I kept in the truck that I kept alive for a while, but we went on vacation to Branson, and I accidentally forgot it in our in our condo. So somebody got a very pretty ivy plant, and then the next one I got to I have a hard time here for some reason finding English ivy, because I know it's especially in the truck I wanted it because it's very good for exchanging carbon dioxide and oxygen. It puts out it takes being in the truck and being confined, It's like an air freshener. It produces
really
oxygen and it takes in what you breathe out. So it was a very good plant for that, but I had a hard time finding another one after I forgot that one. So, but I kept that one. I kept that one alive in the truck for maybe a couple of years, and then I just forgot it. So somebody out there got a very good ivy plant. But yeah, I hadn't gardened or grown anything because we lived in the truck, and I didn't even think about doing anything like that in the truck. And we didn't have a home base or anything. We'd have been away too long to take care of a garden or anything like that anyway.
Right.
So, and then, like I said, just doing that spur of the moment, I was like, well, I'm just going to try it, do what I can do. And I just thought that was quick and easy to grab the starter kit, and wasn't familiar with that type of soil at all.
Right.
So, I hope that was helpful to, other people getting into gardening and stuff out there, whether you've done it or not, or, not familiar with it. If you're not familiar with that soil, or you get starter kits, like Charles is saying, that, you don't know how old it is or what's in it, what nutrients it has. I mean, if it gets them started, get them out of it and get them into something else right away, because it's, they did start, they just didn't go anywhere. And that was the first time I'd ever grown onions from seeds, because we always got, in southern Louisiana, we got a particular onion that we grew in that area. They were called Vidalia onions, and everybody every year had to, you go get your Vidalia starts. And those were the kind of onions we grew. We always grew them from starts. We never grew them from seed, because everybody had them. So that was the first time I grew.
Beth, I got a question. Does Neil speak English?
No.
No
comprende.
He doesn't speak much at all. He talks more than I can, believe it or not.
He says you're the shy one.
Oh no, he is not shy.
Oh, Trey's the same way.
Yeah, he's just being respectful and not interrupting me.
Well, I need to go so I can get dinner.
Yeah,
going.
he's got dinner going in the kitchen. So
Yeah. I need to go do that.
He's doing the cooking tonight.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Well, thank you guys for coming up here. This is really cool.
Yeah, we appreciate you having us. And he did help out a lot. And I think that was the other thing with the plants too, is our setup here, because we rent, we didn't in the ground. And there's such a slope back here anyway. Even if we did put anything in the ground, I don't think it would do very well. So we planted everything in pots. But we have a shed back here behind the house that was left here from previous tenants, and the landlord said we could have it. But one, we're still living here, but two, we don't like where it is and we want to move it, but we haven't had an opportunity or availability to make a floor for it, because there's no floor in it, and to move it where we want it. And I had the garden kind of next to it, but it was so hot and the sun was out. You talk about short day onions. The days were so long, and the back of our yard, the way the trailer sits, is in the sun basically all day long. There's a few hours in the morning where it's kind of in the front, but it still comes from the side of the house and shines in the back. And once it hits the backyard, it's sun all day long. And everything I had out there was in direct sunlight all day long. So we watered and watered and watered, and I got tired of watering, for one thing. I got lazy, and but it just got to the point where we realized we couldn't, it wasn't going to matter how much we watered it. And we didn't have any shade cloth or way to put shade cloth up, or actually, finances to actually go invest in all of that for the garden. So that was a lot. That was a lot of reason why we lost the garden, was just the heat of the summer, not providing enough shade for it, just being too hot. And I just don't think enough water would have made a difference in it.
Right.
So that's just what that was. But I'm going to be more prepared for next year. So, but I'm glad I did it, because it got me back in the mindset of doing gardening, and planting seeds and doing those things that that I used to do, that I gotten away from. And it's going to give us an idea of more of what we need to do to plan better for next year, to hopefully be able to. And I do still have some of the seeds, and I'm glad y'all talked about that. I have some of this because I have a very good friend called Jan. I don't know if you ever heard of her, Simply Jan Homestead. She gave me some very good advice. Never heard of her? Yeah. Let me introduce you. She gave me some very good advice. She said, Beth, don't plant all your seeds. So I have survival seeds. I have seeds left over because I just didn't plant them. And but I have about half of the second packs that I had. So I would like to try those again. Excuse me. Next year, but I'll be sure to keep them separate, because I'm challenged now. I'd like to see if I can actually grow those onions from seeds, since I've never done that before. So I'd like to put a little more attention into that. And I didn't do as much research ahead of time as I should have done to actually know when I should plant things. I just planted everything at one time and just jumped in and started doing it. But next year I'll be able to have a little more mindset and a little more time and preparation to know to do a little research on the seeds that we're actually getting, and say, okay, this needs to go in the ground at this time and that time, and more about what it's going to need to grow. And hopefully it won't be so hot this summer, but if it is, I'll be able to plan more to give it more shade, or do what we need to do to try to put some effort into getting things to survive this year.
Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. We're looking forward to seeing how your garden goes.
So that was a good learning.
I checked. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I did check, and I don't see Mr. Joe, Garden State Gardener, going live. But I think we are going to try to wrap up. Let's see. Miss D has been dropping a lot of cool tips in chat. She's been growing a lot, and she's going to grow some garlic from seed. And Robin Hood Homestead, and It All Adds Up, and Lazy Days. Thank you guys for being channel members on the 3rd tier. You guys are making sure that we can ship out the seeds and have giveaways. We really appreciate you guys. You guys are our membership sponsors. They do the $10 a month level, and we really appreciate that. That is huge. So thank you guys so much. And thank you to Mr. Neil and Miss Beth. Thank you guys so much for coming on and talking about your garden. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making videos for the collaboration. It was great to watch you guys grow last year, and we're looking forward to seeing what else you guys do. Thank you to our panelists, Mr. Jesse, Miss Lisa, and Mr. Charles. It was great having you guys on, and I hope we were able to clear some things up about the entry videos for this year. Again, we have that open now so that we can get the seeds sent to you before it's too late this year. A lot of people ended up starting their gardens late, and that does have an impact on harvesting. So that's why we have it opening now instead of in February.
And hey, next week we've got the what were you calling them? The
regional coordinators.
Regional coordinators on panel. That's such a fancy term.
Also, make sure you put the hashtag for 2025.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes, don't write 2024.
Yes.
Every time it's a new year, I have so much trouble with that, and it's not even 2025 yet. But yes, if you do make your entry video like Kayla asked you to, if you do it soon, just make sure you do 2025 and not 2024, even though it is 2024.
We're going to be gardening next year.
All one word together, otherwise it won't take it.
Yes, Survival Seeds 2025. So
Yeah,
weird to say.
I already looked at the hashtag, and there's nothing there. There's no Minecraft.
Woohoo. We've got like 6 or 7 already. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I do.
Thank you so much.
I also want to make you mention there may be some folks in the chat or maybe throughout the year that do want to participate, but they don't grow. You can always participate by being a sponsor or donating to the, if you will, the cause, and that'll definitely help. With the financial side of it, if you want to. You don't have to be a collaborator or a creator to be in Survival Seeds 2025. You can also be a sponsor, like they were talking about.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ER. We really appreciate that. My goodness.
Thank you, Mr. Eric.
And who was it that said that? Miss Deborah, thank you so much for being a member. The reason I'm saying the 4 on the 3rd tier is because I have them listed on the website because they are membership sponsors officially. That's just what I'm calling them.
Yeah,
but all of our
$10.
members are amazing. If you guys have vegetables next to your name, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And everyone in chat too. You guys are the reason this whole thing is possible. But to the people who are members, you are helping make sure that we can get seeds out to everyone.
Wait, hang on.
And that is huge.
If I change my name to Trade Designs Vegetables, then I'm awesome.
No,
You're already.
it's not what I meant.
You said if vegetables is next to your name,
the little
so,
badges. The little badges.
But yes,
those
thank
are
you
our
for the
members.
members.
Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. We opened that a little, like 1 or 2 weeks ago,
I
and
have no idea.
and just thank you so much. That is an overwhelming amount of support, and we really appreciate that. So that was amazing.
Yeah, and we've already got some guests in the lineup for January.
I'm really excited.
It's gonna be so cool. Excited, but this is gonna be awesome.
But we have some big things planned, and you're gonna have to wait until next week to see who the regional coordinators are. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're really looking forward to it. Yeah, they get fancy names.
Regional coordinators. What am I?
Yeah, Miss Deborah.
You're getting all fancy.
That changes with time. The names of the membership doesn't correlate to the kind of badge you have.
Yeah.
There's a 1 month, a 2 month, a 6 month, and a 12 month.
So
that's when they change.
Yeah, I wanted it to be when I drew the little squash and the beans and all the vegetables. I wanted it to be like if you are giving this many a month, then you get this badge, and then if you're giving this many a month, you get this badge. But no, YouTube doesn't let you do that. So after a few months, you get a different vegetable.
And the issue is that we've had memberships on the channel before, back when it was just like in general for music.
Yeah,
and so there's people who already have the 12-month badge, and they just joined because they were members before.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you can't have and keep the butternut. You're going to end up with a bean eventually.
So when do we get the zucchini badge?
I didn't make one.
She didn't let me make one.
Oh,
so sorry
that
about
needs
that.
to be the top vegetable, don't you think? Zucchini. That needs to be the top.
So actually, all of the vegetables that are badges are right there in the top right corner. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Cucumber and zucchini are a lot alike anyway.
They are.
Yeah, you just say it's
in the
I told Neil. Yeah, I told Neil we're gonna start a new webpage called zucchinihaters.com.
She's gonna join. Okay, make it a club. She's gonna join. She's gonna be like your #1 sponsor.
I'm good with that.
We need to see just how many zucchini haters that we have out there.
Well, I think there could probably be a channel for every vegetable. There's a lot of people who don't like beets, and a lot of people who don't like onion.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't
the only reason zucchini gets
I don't like radishes.
Yeah, I like radishes, but I don't like onions. He doesn't like radishes.
I don't know if there are any like vegetables I really don't like specifically.
But yeah, these are the badges. You
except
can
for
have
the beet.
except for the beet
because there's only half a beet.
But
I literally only drew half a beet.
And that's something Trey did. But we are going to be wrapping up soon, so let me check the chat really quick. Oh my gosh, we're 20 months.
I can't see it on. I can't see it on.
It's carried over from last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That it
People
did
will
the
join
same
that
thing
to try.
with me because they actually when I went through that spurt where they demonetized me
Mhm.
and then came back, the people who had it before carried on.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Aww.
it's weird how they do that.
Oh,
Sorry.
thank you so much.
Yep, we got another 20-monther. Aw, thank you, Miss
Awesome.
Ann.
Thank you, Miss
You guys are the
Ann. You guys are so
best.
cool.
All I can say to Miss Ann is, where's my camera? It's about time.
Where's my camera? That's so cool. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Mute. Oh, you're muted.
I am
You're
muted.
Good. Just making sure. What was I gonna say?
Thank you guys all so much for being here. I don't know why I was lagging for a sec. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yeah,
it was great to
awesome
talk to you
have
guys. And thank you all in the chat. They're the Can't Beat It Club. Thank you. But thank you guys so much for being here. This was a super cool live, and we really appreciate it. Spending time with you guys and trying to clear some stuff up. Hello, hope you're doing well. But yeah, that's it for this week. Next week is the last Sunday of the month, so we're gonna be doing another Hori knife giveaway, I think.
Already?
Well, no, we're in the off season, so it's on us.
No, but it's the last Sunday of the month already.
I think. I have to double check the calendar, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, we still got 2
Yeah, it is.
Sundays.
Today's the 17th, and then next week is the 24th,
The last
and then
year.
next one is the 4th.
Oh,
The 1st.
Wow, November
It's almost
flew by real quick.
Christmas.
No, it ain't. Thanksgiving still hasn't happened.
We take a break to do Thanksgiving. But yes, so we're going to do another giveaway, and you're also going to get to meet the regional coordinators, and that's going to be so fun. We have a whole nother country that we're going to be talking about next week, that's going to be joining next week.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the collaborators
and the moderators
and the moderators.
Alligators. I couldn't think of anything else that rhymed.
Alligators.
Survival Seeds 2025 video has more info. Yes, if you guys have any questions about the form, there's a webpage about it and there's a video about it. And if not, just send us an email at survivalseedscollab@gmail. That's not it. At gmail.com, and we will try to get back to you.
You had one job.
I am trying. I don't see you doing anything.
Or leave a comment down below.
Yeah,
Right.
leave a comment. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here, and we will see you next week.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.